Business Morning. Join me every weekday on the Afia Business Morning as we bring to you a trilogy of business segments. The opening bell, where we see activities from our select stock exchanges. The global business, where we bring you up to speed on business activities making the rounds all over the world. And we bring the conversation home on the segment Eastern Business Reports, as we discuss business activities and issues bedeviling businesses in the Southeast region. My name is Ubon Kings. Join the Afia Business Morning every weekday 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Exclusive to Afia TV on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17. The Afia Business Morning. Business unusual.
Good morning, it's Tuesday, the 26th day of November 2024, and today, as always, we will take a look at commodity reports and activities from selected exchanges on the opening bell. Business news stories from around Africa and the rest of the world will come to you on Global Business. We will also take a look at issues affecting businesses in the southeastern part of Nigeria on the Eastern Business Report, and finally, activities from around the market will come to you on Afia. The Afia Business Morning takes center stage every weekday 10 a.m. to 12 noon. My name is Marvelous Apwamaga. Welcome to the Afia Business Morning.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Apwamaga.
I am Chioma Akbala.
My name is Ifulaya Ndule, but I'm living in our market speaking.
Trading on the floor of the Nigerian exchange has opened today. The exchange in London opened an hour ago. The New York exchange is yet to open, while in China, opening bells went off at 2 a.m. local time. First, let's take a look at some business stories making the rounds. Starting from the continental economy, Africa's electricity crisis persists as over 500 million remain in darkness. Africa's electricity crisis persists as over 5 million remain in darkness, where one critical driver of socio-economic development is access to reliable electricity. Yet, power generation in Africa, remains plagued by numerous challenges which have left large portions of the population without a constant energy supply, slowing industrial growth and quality of life. And from the global economy, China bolsters export sector to counter U.S. China responds to the U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's threats to increase tariffs on Chinese goods. announced new measures to support its export sector, which includes expanding export credits insurance, increasing financing support for international trade, and strengthening cross-border e-commerce. Details of these stories and more will come to you on Global Business. And away from that, let's jump right onto the floors of our featured exchanges, starting on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, where the NGX All-Share Index yesterday closed on a low, falling by 0.21% to close at 97,626.025 points. A total of 671,260,264 shares, valued at 10,639,893,708 naira 83 kobo, were traded across 10,464 deals with equity capitalization of 59,169,279,966,852 naira 39 kobo. Now, the biggest gainer of the day was HM Coal, which rose by 10%, while other gainers were Sanuso, NCRO, Sovereign Names, and Tantalizer. On the other hand, NSL Tech tops the losers list with a decline of 9.84%, while other losers were Darcom, Austin Labs, Guinea Names, and Lasaco. We'll go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll look at activities from other selected exchanges, the likes of the New York, London, Shenzhen, and Shanghai exchanges. The Afia Business Morning and indeed Opening Bell. We'll be right back. Stay. Welcome back to the Afia Business Morning, and you're watching Opening Bell right here on Afia TV. Now straight to the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, where it's mostly rises in index values across the board. NYSE Composite DJ rose by 0.65%. NYSE US 100 Index rose by 0.45%. Dow Jones Industrial Average rose by 0.87%. S&P 500 Index rose by 0.40%. NYSE Frank TM Index went down by 0.51%. Nasdaq Composite rose by 0.51%. Nasdaq 100 rose by 0.34%. Enter the floor of the London Stock Exchange, where it's all rises in index values across the board. FTSE 100 rose by 0.51%. FTSE 250 rose by 0.70%. FTSE 350 also rose by 0.53%. FTSE All-Share Index rose by 0.53%. And moving to the floor of the Chinese Stock Exchange, starting in Shenzhen, where it's mostly dips in index values. Shenzhen Component Index went down by 0.17%. Shenzhen Composite Index went up by 0.41%. Chinex Index went down by 0.02%. And staying in China, but moving to Shanghai, where it's mostly dips in index values across the board. SSE Composite Index went down by 0.10%. SSE 50 Index went down by 0.75%. Stock 50 Index went down by 1.18%. SSE 180 Index fell by 0.65%. SSE 380 Index went up by 0.10%. CSI 300 Index went down by 0.46%. And moving now to the precious metals, where gold rose by 3.03% and silver went up by 3.67%. We'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at our commodity prices as well as our consumer price watch in the open market. Do well to follow this program and join in on the conversation on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/AfiaBusiness. Do well to like and subscribe for notifications on all business-related content. You can also follow us on Instagram at AfiaBusiness_ to be a part of our social media community. The Afia Business Morning will be right back.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Akwamaga.
I am Chioma Okpala.
My name na Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm living in market pikin.
You're welcome back. I'm Marvelous Akwamaga, and still the Afia Business Morning, and you are watching Opening Bell right here on Afia TV. Now it's time to check in on commodity prices, which we've actually touched before we went on that quick break where I gave you the price of gold, but we'll just quickly touch before we get right into energy prices. Now it's a downward movement for gold today, where gold rose by 3.03%. Silver rose by 3.67%, and platinum rose by 2.20%. Palladium went down by 2.16%. And moving on to energy prices, natural gas rose by 9.59%. Ethanol went down by 2.31%. Coal went up by 0.12%. Oil Brent went down by 2.70%. Oil Bonilite went down by 2.84%. Brass River went up by 0.35%. And Quaibo rose by 0.35%. And moving on to industrial metals, where aluminium rose by 1.05%. Lead rose by 1.86%. Iron ore fell by 0.07%. Copper fell by 1.30%. Nickel rose by 3.30%. And zinc fell by 0.65%. Tin also fell by 0.95%. You're still watching the Afia Business Morning, and this is Opening Bell. Do well to follow this program and join in on the conversation on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/@AfiaBusiness, and do well to like and subscribe for notifications on all business related content. You can also follow us on Instagram at Afia Business _ to be a part of our social media community. Up next is a look at the hikes in prices of commodities in the open markets, as well as hikes in field prices. And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow on the opening bell when the exchanges reopen for trading. The Afia Business Morning will be right back. I am Marvelous Akwamaga. Please stay with us.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Apamaga.
I am Chioma Okpala.
My name na Ifunanya Ndule, but I'm living in a market pikin.
The Afia Business Morning. Join me every weekday on the Afia Business Morning as we bring to you a trilogy of business segments. See opening bell where we see activities from our select stock exchanges. The global business where we bring you up to speed on business activities making the rounds all over the world. And we bring the conversation home on the segment Eastern Business Reports as we discuss business activities and issues bedeviling businesses in the Southeast region. My name is Ubon Kings. Join the Afia Business Morning every weekday 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Exclusive to Afia TV on DSTV channel 254 and GoTV channel 17. The Afia Business Morning. Business unusual.
Thank you for staying tuned on Afia TV. You're still watching the Afia's Business Morning, and welcome to Global Business. Here we take a look at business news stories around the continent of Africa and indeed the rest of the world. My name is Marvelous Apwamaga. Welcome. Here are the headlines making the rounds. Starting off from business stories from Africa, Africa's electricity crisis persists as over 500 million remain in darkness. China bolsters export sector to counter US. Meanwhile, volatile energy prices set to return in Europe. We'll bring you details of the stories and more after this break. Please stay with us. You're still watching Global Business on the Afia Business Morning, and we begin with business stories from Africa, where it is reported that Africa's electricity crisis persists as over 500 million remain in darkness, where one critical driver of socio-economic development is access to reliable electricity. Yet power generation in Africa remains plagued by numerous challenges which have left large portions of the population without a constant energy supply, slowing industrial growth and quality of life. However, the recently released State of African Energy Report 2025 has revealed that out of the 685 million people without access to electricity globally, 590 million, which is 86%, reside in Africa, where achieving widespread electricity access remains a significant challenge, especially in rural areas will lead to the connectivity. Now, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, has reaffirmed its support for Egypt's reform efforts as the country continues to navigate economic challenges escalated by regional tensions, where in Washington, D.C., the IMF Communications Director, Julie Kozak, emphasized Egypt's commitment to key reforms aimed at preserving macroeconomic stability. The IMF mission recently concluded a visit to Egypt, making significant progress on policy discussions for the fourth review of the country's 46-month loan program, which was approved in 2022 and expanded to $8 billion earlier this year as the program seeks to address Egypt's economic crisis marked by soaring inflation and foreign currency shortages. However, if the review is completed, it could unlock $1.2 billion in additional financing for Egypt. Now, moving on to business stories from the world of finance. The head of Revolt Europe, Joe Hennigan, has stated that the expansion of fintechs in the Eurozone is being restricted by lack of regulatory unity. Launched in 2025, he announced this November that it had hit the 50 million customer mark globally, emerging as the most downloaded financial app in Europe. However, despite the firm's success, Hennigan highlighted existing barriers to working across borders, where the IBAN discrimination is one hurdle, as employers or companies only accept national IBAN numbers, refusing to send money using foreign codes. Although this is forbidden within the Single Euro Payment Area (SEPA) region, he suggested that authorities don't yet view it as a serious enough problem to tackle it, as IBAN discrimination can, however, block payments for revolt users. Moving on to business news stories from the world of tech. The Indonesian government is expecting the American tech giant Apple to increase its proposed $100 million investment into the country as the iPhone maker seeks clearance from Jakarta to sell its latest phones. Meanwhile, the American tech giant's latest smartphone model doesn't meet Indonesia's 40% domestic content requirement for smartphones and tablets and hasn't been granted clearance to be sold in the country. However, the purpose of the ban is to protect local industry and jobs, with officials asking Apple to increase its investment and commitment to the economy in order to gain greater access. Away from that and on to business news stories from the world of gaming. South Korea has emerged as the leading market for mobile gaming in East Asia, as it earned the highest game scores across all mobile technologies in the region during first half 2024, with a score of 19.06 on a 100-point scale, where the 5G connectivity in the country provides a seamless gameplay experience for users. Furthermore, South Korea stands out with the lowest gaming latency across all technologies compared to neighboring markets in East Asia, with a median gaming latency of 55 ms, which significantly outperformed other markets such as Japan with a median gaming of 68 ms, China with 85 ms, Taiwan with 84 ms, and Hong Kong with 87 ms. You're still watching Global Business right here on Afia TV. Kindly join in on the conversation and watching live right now on our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/AfiaBusiness and do well to like and subscribe for notifications on all business related content. You can also follow us on Instagram at AfiaBusiness_ to be a part of our social media community. Up next is more business news stories from the banking world and from the rest of the world right after this break. Please stay with us.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Apamaga.
I am Chioma Okpala.
My name na Ifunaya Ndule, but I'm living in market pikin.
Many thanks for staying tuned. You're still watching Global Business right here on Afia TV. Now to the rest of our stories. China's central bank has conducted a 90 billion yuan medium-term lending facility operation to maintain reasonable and ample liquidity in the country's banking system, which features a one-year maturity period and an interest rate of 2% unchanged from the rate of the previous operation conducted last month. Meanwhile, some 1.5 trillion yuan of MLF funds will mature this month as the central bank conducted 500 billion yuan of outright reverse repos in October, which was equivalent to releasing a degree of medium-term liquidity in advance. However, at present, long-term liquidity in the market remains relatively abundant. Still on business stories from the banking world, the Italian lender UniCredit has launched a 10.1 billion euros surprise offer for its smaller rival Banco BPM, as it is set to offer 0.175 of its own shares for each share in Banco BPM, valuing the stock at 6.657 euros a piece. According to UniCredit, the offer seeks to strengthen the bank's competitive position in Italy, one of the group's core markets, generating significant long-term value for all stakeholders and for Italy, as the potential deal would further strengthen its role as a leading pan-European bank. Now moving on to business stories from the pseudo-green energy source. Europe's benchmark natural gas prices are on the rise, marking uncertainty about sufficient supplies and increased demand as Europe is approaching the third winter since Russia invaded Ukraine. However, the necessary natural gas reserves appear to be supplied and secured at the moment. Dr. Youssef Ashmari, president of the London College of Energy Economics, stated that the EU gas storage capacity stood at 90% in August, way before its deadline, and today gas storage stands at 95% full, well above 100 billion cubic meters. Away from that and on to other business stories, which is from the rest of the world, the inflation rate of Singapore has fallen to 1.4% in October, down from September's figure of 2% as the cost of cars dropped and rent prices rose at a slower pace. The consumer price index rise was also lower than 1.8% that was expected among economists, which marked the first time Singapore's headline inflation rate fell below 2% since March 2021, when it came in at 1.3%. However, the Monetary Authority of Singapore, MAS, said that this was due to service inflation slowing, as well as prices of electricity, gas, medicine and clothing rising at a slower pace. And in an attempt to end this bulletin, China responds to the U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's threats to increase tariffs on Chinese goods, announced new measures to support its export sector, which includes expanding export credit insurance, increasing financing support for international trade, and strengthening cross-border e-commerce. This comes as China's export sector, the cornerstone of its economy, is struggling with various challenges from weak domestic consumption to a struggling housing market. Furthermore, China's Commerce Ministry in a notice stated that these new measures would help enterprises actively respond to unreasonable foreign trade restrictions and create a good external environment for export. We'll follow up with this story as well as the other stories as they unfold. Get our dedicated Afia Business YouTube channel and watching live. Kindly type in the search bar www.youtube.com/Afia Business. Do well to like and subscribe for notifications on all business related content. You can also follow us on Instagram at Afia Business _ to be a part of our social media community. You're still watching the Afia Business Morning right here on Afia TV. I am Marvelous Apomada. We'll be right back.
My name is Ubon Kings.
I am Marvelous Apomada.
I am Chioma Okpala.
My name na Ifulaya Ndule, but I'm living in our market speaking.
Shed one tear for any broke island bachelor.
I just she have not shown sign of settling down.
Oh, you don't mean it. The power to deliver is available.
I might have a solution.
You take this and spray twice. Shake the gem. Place it on your lips and say the magic word.
Medusa, I'm worried about you. Why don't you settle down?
See how stupid and dumb you sound.
You, my darling, are unlucky in life.
At wedding, you must not cook jollof. You can eat small chops.
From the commercial nerve center of the Southeastern Nigeria, the Abia State Government and Aba Chamber of Commerce, Industries, Mines and Agriculture, ASIMA, invite manufacturers, investors, trade unions, captains of industries, and the general public to the 2024 Aba International Trade Fair Summit and Exhibition. Take advantage of these opportunities to showcase your business to the rest of the world. Improve your sales and brand visibility. Date 28 November to 7th December 2024. Venue Aba Mega Mall along Aba Umaya Expressway, Osisioma, Abia State. This message is endorsed by the Abia State Government and Aba Chamber of Commerce, Industries, Mines and Agriculture, ASIMA. For partnership, sponsorship and participation enquiries, visit www.abainternationaltradefair.com, on Facebook at Aba International Trade Fair, on X, Aba International Trade Fair, or call Marcus on 0806 605 4420 or Sam on 0802 826 9391. Aba International Trade Fair. Be a part of it.
But why won't I be happy? Not just because it's festive season. It's moments of friendship and 60 million reasons to love. Small Pepe.
Babes, this dress is given.
Don't forget the earrings. Those are 2 reasons already.
The best reasons will make your heart beat faster. Come on! And make every laugh worth it. It's all about holding hands, sharing and enjoying happy times together.
Have more reasons to be happy with Niger dramas, football, and more smiles on DSTV this festive season. DSTV, your home of entertainment.